that same storm is headed this way tonight. We've already felt the temperature drop 10 degrees in the last 30 minutes. So we went down and made sure the animals are taken care of. Had to work on the roof on one of the goat pens just to keep her dry. And we're gonna head up here in the house here in a minute. We're gonna cut up our seed potatoes that we're gonna be putting in the ground here shortly. Hopefully in another week, we'll be able to get out in the garden and plant them. We got about 5 straight days of 60-degree weather or better next week. And it's gonna be dry, supposed to be the whole time. So that'll give it a good opportunity to dry the garden up and to give us a time to get out there with a tractor and go ahead and get the rows ready. So we're gonna get up here and get these seed potatoes cut so we can go ahead and get them superized and they'll be ready to go in the ground here in about a week. So here we are in a room of the house that I have not got to yet as far as remodeling. And what I did was put my seed potatoes in the bread trays that I normally use and put them in the warm side of the house, and got a little bit of a sun comes through that window there. But you can see they've actually sprouted pretty good. And you don't necessarily have to do this process. You can plant, I mean, as long as you know where the eyes are, you can cut those off and you can plant just the eye. Or in some cases, I mean, if you get a small piece of potato, and see, I'll still cut that, but if you get a real small piece of potato like this, you can plant the whole potato. And I mean, it'll grow a plant. But in an effort to maximize what we got, we're gonna cut them. You got your knife ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Find you a piece of potato. Here, you work with the smaller ones.
Okay.
These right here, look. You see I got an eye on that side? That's what that is. That's called an eye. And you got an eye on this side. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
What you want to do is you want to cut that in half. Look. Just that. That's 2 pieces of seed potato right there.
Okay.
Alright, then we're gonna stand them up.
Use this one.
Look. Now get a smaller one. You see how that's got sprouts on it?
Yeah.
Look, you're going to cut right in between these 2, okay?
Alright.
And don't break them off.
Oh.
There you go. I'm going to try to get them to where they're not touching so the air can circulate around them. And, you know, they'll sprout even better now that I've cut them. They'll start sprouting even harder. So hopefully by next week they'll be good and dry, and we can get them in the ground. I think we're gonna have plenty. You good?
It's good. Really good. Where can I put it?
Oh, the dirty part?
Yeah.
This trash can's right there.
I'm gonna bring it up. That's ain't the dirty part. I ate it.
It's 52 there.
15.
So we're gonna have plenty. We're going to have plenty of potatoes. So I'm figuring we should be able to get 4 50-foot rows, no problem. But I can stretch those rows out to 60 feet and even up to 80 feet if I have to. So it depends on how many we get. Once I know kind of around about what kind of potatoes that we're going to have, seed potatoes we're going to have, the number, then it'll give me a better idea of how many rows I need and how many rows I'm going to be planting. So it looks like 25 pounds is going to give us a gracious plenty of seed potatoes. Now that doesn't mean all of them are going to come up. Doesn't mean all of them are going to grow. But I'm going to plant them thicker this year than I have in the past. Just so we get a better coverage of the field and hopefully have a pretty good harvest. Last year we did pretty good. We had 3 40-foot rows. I planted 15 pounds of seed potatoes, and I didn't count them in, but I planted 15 pounds, and we harvested over 150 pounds.
Oh, I can eat this one. That was good.
That's dirty.
Can we wash it off?
Well, you can wash it and eat it, but it's still dirty. Chow down. Tastes like dirt? You know where it's grown?
In dirt.
In dirt.
They're good.
They're going to be even better when we get a new one or the new potatoes out the ground. Alright guys, well we got them all cut up. You can see we more than doubled what we had. You know, we got 3 good pieces out of some of the bigger ones. Sometimes 4, and then the other we just split in half. So if you want to maximize the amount of seed potatoes that you have, just cut them up. I know a lot of guys plant, you know, the whole potato, which is fine. But with one potato, you know, you're gonna get one plant. With, you know, you cut up a seed potato in 2 or 3 different pieces, you get 2 or 3 different plants. So, you know, this one potato makes 5 potatoes. These 3 make 5, you got 15. So, you know, that's just the way I like to look at it. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna set these trays back in that same room. We're gonna let them stay in there about a week. And what's gonna happen is this area that you see where we cut it, it's gonna get real tough. It's gonna get almost like a callus. And what that does, when you put it in the soil, it won't rot. It won't absorb that water right there and it won't rot. But in a week, you know, in that room in there at 65, 70 degrees, that should be plenty. If the weather holds like I think it will, like I hope it will, then next Saturday, we should be able to put these things in the ground. Hopefully they're superized, they're ready to go in the ground, and it's dry enough that we can run rows and get everything planted. So y'all be looking for that video coming out shortly. If you will, go ahead in that right hand corner and click that subscribe button and click the bell notification so you get notified every time we put out a video. As always guys, appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.